What is up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to the Madpack with me, Clarity. Yeah, it's been quite a while, I must say. I've kind of been a little bit busy, and then with the YouTube updates and all that stuff, I've kind of been kicked off of my account, and then I was like, what? Yeah. No, anyways, we are back now, and that is what matters. Yeah, so last time that we left off, we had just crafted ourselves an infusion altar. So basically, we were all ready to go to start doing some infusions. So we thought, or at least I thought. You guys might have not thought at all. I don't know. I'm not calling you dumb here. But, yeah, we could totally make ourselves a Silverwood wand core and, you know, quartz wand core if we had the Salus Mundus, which we don't. We need to find either some wisps, which will get us the ethereal essence, and they don't really do it in a very large amount, and it's a random drop, and wisps are kind of hard to find. So here's all of the problems with that. And especially in this mod pack where you have like a bunch of different mobs, it kind of affects the spawning rate of wisps. Anyways, yeah, or we can go back to the magic biome, which is created by that Silverwood tree that we left back there, and plant some trees, in which case we have a chance of some mana beans forming on the side of them. So we should definitely go check that out, and if we can get some mana beans, we should be able to start ourselves maybe a little bit of a mana bean farm. Would be good, because renewable resources are always good. Yeah, and once we have some mana beans, we just need 4 and any type of shard, which, remember, we can replicate shards so we don't give two cruds how many we use. Yep, and then we can get ourselves the Salus Mundus, and which allows us to craft any type of wand core and even staff cores that we would want. So yeah, it's pretty awesome. And then maybe we'll get into a little bit more, like, better caps. I think silver's better than gold. I might want to get that research. Anyways, I'm going to head over to where I saw that Silverwood tree, and I'll be right back. Welcome back, guys and girls. I just wanted to show you guys really quick. So this is the Silverwood tree that we left behind because it did have a little bit of an aura node inside of it, as you can tell by the dark spot right there. I don't want to look at it. Oh no, oh no. Yeah, and when you scan that, you can actually see that it does have an aura node, and it does possess properties. I think I can drain some of that. Yeah, I don't want to drain too much in case, you know, it doesn't really work the same as other aura nodes where I can drain all of it or something. Anyways, you'll also notice that the grass is greener here. Yeah, that's right. It's not greener on the other side. No, it's greener where I say it's greener. That's right. So if you look at the biome there, it's at second to the bottom row, and it's right after B. You see Magical Forest. So we're in the Magical Forest biome, which is created by this node thingy inside of the Silverwood logs. And if I move over here, we've got Fungi Forest, which is why we have these lovely mushrooms wandering about with their mushrooms all over them. And yeah, so you've got Magical Forest, Fungi Biome. So the way that the Magical Forest biome works is it's very similar to kind of like a mycelium, in the sense that, like, this acts as like a source block, and it'll just override the biome around it in a set area. So yeah, you can tell by like how green the grass is whether or not it is a magical biome. Yeah, the other thing that I wanted to mention is that there was another Silverwood tree right here next to this lovely node right here. And I accidentally shift-clicked it before looking, and it had a node inside of it. So when the node broke, it gave me some ethereal essence of the node itself. So the node had some aqua, some ordo, and some perdito. And so when I broke it, it broke the node inside of it, and whenever you break a node, you get some ethereal essence depending on what aspects were in there. So like if I was to break this node right here, I would get a large amount of Perdito, Ignis, and Terra. Yeah. And also I waited for the leaves this time to decay, and we ended up getting 2 Silverwood saplings, which is pretty freaking awesome. I realize now that you guys can't see my cursor. I've been acting like you can for quite some time, but yeah, I had to switch recording devices. I also wanted to show you guys this massive freaking thing right here. Oh my gosh, it was 80-80 the last time I looked at it. I think it's just having a little bit of a slow regeneration right now, but it was 80-80. Holy crap, this node was large. Anyways, yeah, so we're gonna head back to base and we are gonna make some Salus Mundus, so I'll meet you back there. Welcome back to the base, guys and girls. Yeah, so, I am getting really tired of having to manually change out of my clothes. I want something to do it for me. And no, I don't want it to be a person, because nobody's allowed to see my naked body. Anyways, yeah, so instead we're going to make ourselves an armor stand. There are 2 armor stands. I know about the Bibliocraft one, and that one you can just shift-click on your clothes. But there's also the Chocolate Quest armor stand that I want to check out, because I want to see what it looks like. So we're just going to pop this down. Ooh, look at that. Oh, lovely. And, oh. Look at that, we just right click and we get his stuff. Ooh, that's awesome. So I want to right click with all that stuff. Put on my Thaumcraft gear. Oh my goodness, it's a little glitchy, as you can see here with some of the textures, but oh wow, okay, that's pretty fancy. Alright, I think we're gonna go with it. Yeah! Alright, so let's just break him. Hopefully we keep our stuff. Yes, okay, cool. Alright, so Chocolate Quest armor stand actually looks a little bit better than the Bibliocraft one, although the Bibliocraft one doesn't look near as cartoony. We're just going to pop this down right here, throw on these clothes, and we want to wear our Thaumaturge's robes, and the reason for that is because we want the V discount, so we want 10% off of every purchase that we make with our V. Yep, so I've already got the crafting recipe in here. We're just going to use some ethereal essence, and I do believe that these guys have an AV, nope, they have an AV value of 0, darn. So I'm not going to be able to make more of this stuff. That kind of sucks, but at the same time it keeps me from cheating in so many items. It's not really cheating in the items because it is a game mechanic, it's just, it feels that way. Anyways, sorry about that, I got a little bit of a hiccup. Okay, Salus Mundus, here we go. Boosh. We got our Salus Mundus. Now we're going to require a wand for this part here. So, the recipe that we are going to be making right now, I think we're going to go with a Silverwood wand. Even though I do have Quartz wand unlocked, it just seems as though Silverwood would be pretty interesting to have. So, for Silverwood, we're going to need 1 Silverwood log. That is pretty easy considering we have 25. Alright, place that baby down. Okay, then we are going to need... We're going to need a water shard, a fire shard, air shard. So basically, every single shard that you can get, there are 6 total. There's entropy, order, earth, water, fire, and air. And then we're going to need Salus Mundus. Ooh, lovely. Alright, so all you have to do is just place those items down on their respective pedestals. So let's just see if we can get these guys in here. My inventory is a little bit messy. I apologize. I am such a slob. Alright, so what did we need? We needed water and earth together. So water and earth. Okay, that is a weird texture bug. They shouldn't look like that, but they do. Oh, I think I know why. Oh no. Uh-oh. Video settings. Details? Oh no, where is it? Oh, I accidentally pressed the wrong option. I recently installed Optifine. One moment. Alright, welcome back. Like I was saying, I recently installed Optifine and it's been giving me a little bit of weird texture bugs. The reason why I installed it is because I was having some weird FPS issues. So normally I run Minecraft while recording at about 120 frames per second, but for some odd reason I was getting some weird frame drops where I would go down to like 30. It turned out that it was just that Java wanted to update and it was being a butt munch until it did. And yeah, once I got that solved out, I didn't really need Optifine anymore, but I had already messed around with it too much to go back. So yeah. Alright, so we're going to need order and then entropy in the next one. So order, entropy. Then we need, I think it's, what are the last two? Fire and air. Fire and then air. There we go. And then we just put the Salus Mundus here. Technically, we should probably put it right here, like on a pedestal right in the middle here, because of the way that this is showing here. Because you got the 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, and then you got the Salus Mundus on its own. But I think it should be okay if I just put it like right here. Yeah. And then after that, we're going to require air, aqua, ignis, ordo, perdito, pregantio, terra. So a bunch of different aspects, and they all need to be in these worded jars. Otherwise, this thing won't be able to work. Like, I could right-click it right now, but then it's just going to give me a lot of problems. Yeah, so I'm going to figure out what I need to cook up in these things, and I'll be right back once we're ready to cook. Jesse, we need to cook! Yeah, this is a little bit of a tidbit on the side. I found a little bit of a glitch with the Chocolate Quest armor stand. I'm not sure if I can reproduce it. Yep, I just reproduced it. It's a dupe glitch. I basically just duplicated my armor again. Like, if I go and shift-click on this, it shoots out the armor. But if I right-click on it, I get the armor, right? So I just duplicated everything that I had on me. Crap. Oh my gosh, that is so broken. All you have to do is just shift click and it gives you, it like pops out all of the armor or whatever. And I did not mean to do that. So like if I right click on this, it'll put my armor on there, and if I right click, it'll give me my armor back. And it'll actually swap out if I'm wearing armor. So like if I was wearing a chest piece, oh, some boots I guess, it'll right click and it'll put the boots on the guy. But let's say that I wanted to replicate my boots because I've got no inventory space for another set of armor. And let's say for whatever reason I want to duplicate my boots. I just shift, right click, and then it gives me a new pair of boots. Great. And it's got all of the same stuff, so it's like the same NBT data and everything. And then if I, like, as you can see, I've got the one pair of boots there. Oh, wait a minute. Did those extra pairs go away now? Because if so, that's good. I don't want dupe glitch, please. Oh, yeah, they went away. Okay, cool. So what about these guys that I'm wearing now? That's weird. I don't know. But yeah, it's a little bit of like a weird dupe glitch thingy. I don't know what's on the go, but something's on the go, and it's weird to me. Let's hope I don't crash, but yeah, anyways, I'm gonna keep on going. I think what I'm going to do, though, I think I have figured out what I need. We are going to cook ourselves up just some of these shards because, like I said before, I have way too many of them, and each of them can give you some Percantio, they'll give you some water, like they'll give you their own aspect, and that'll give us access to all of the different things that we're going to need. So for this, we need each of the base aspects, which we can get from the shards, and we also need some Percantio, which we get from every single shard. So if we cook up the shards, we can, you know, siphon them out, and then I'm going to use glass files, which I think I've shown you before. So if I look at file, there they are. Files can be made using clay and 3 glass. I just made myself a bunch of them. They give you 8 each, which is ridiculous. So, yeah, I made myself a bunch of them. They can hold 8V, so I'm just going to use it as a way of manual transference type thing. Yeah, so I'm gonna see about how I'm gonna do this, and I'll be right back. Welcome back, guys. So yeah, this does work. You can do it by hand. I thought I was going to have to pipe out some things, but basically what you do is you have to be wearing your goggles, by the way, to see this. You just wait until you see the you have to get it up to 8, and then you can use your file, because if I try and use it on 6, it's not gonna work. And it'll only ever take 8, so all I did was just throw in 4 in here, so I'm just gonna throw in 4 of the next one. And all you do is just put in like a coal to cook it up. It'll cook into its breakdown, and each of them breaks down into their base aspect, some Percantio, and then some of this stuff. The crystal stuff. And basically what I'm going to do with that stuff is I'm going to take it out as well, and I'm just going to throw it into a jar, because eventually I'll probably need it. And then all you do with the files afterwards is just throw them back. You do get the files, they are reusable, which is really cool, so I didn't really need as much as I took. which is alright with me, whatever. And so yeah, I'm just going to keep doing this until I have all of the aspects that I'm going to need for this incantation. This infusion of the magics. Yeah, I'll be right back when I am ready to go. So here we go, we've got 16 of every primal aspect. So we have Ordo, we have Air, we have Ignis, we have Terra, we have the Pedito, or Pediccio. Pediccio! It sounds like something you would say after you make yourself a really Italian meal and you want to sound like you're ignorant and racist at the same time. You know, you just... Pediccio! I don't know. Anyways, Aqua. Then we have Vitreous, and like we ended up with 48 Vitreous and 48 Precantio, which is perfectly fine with me. I don't give two craps. If I get too much of a certain aspect, I can always empty it out, or I could just, you know, put it into glass files, put it in my AE system, and laugh about it later. Now, one thing that I do kind of want before we get on the go here, and I'm just gonna try and get myself a little bit faster, is I do want some more. Where is it? Essentia. There we go. Alright, I do want some more, what is it? Valus Mundus. Mundus blah. You guys know what I'm talking about. Or do you? Yep, so I just want some more Salus Mundus, there we go, because you do want to make sure that you do have a little bit of extra, because sometimes things can go horribly, horribly wrong with the infusion crafting, and you get all sorts of little weird effects, and sometimes it'll get knocked out. Pretty much what happens when something gets knocked out, such as Salus Mundus, which I should probably... no, I don't want... This thing hates me. Alright, put that back on there, and I want to scan the Salus Mundus. There we go. Alright. Yeah, but basically when things get knocked off, it instead of, you know, trying to drain from that, or instead of just stopping or whatever, instead what it'll do is it'll look for the same type of aspects that you would have off of that, so it will start looking for all of the aspects that you see here coming from these jars. So it's not that scary, because like if anything gets knocked off, it'll just start draining from these jars, but it does get scary if you don't have enough of that aspect in these jars. So it's not too bad for me, because, you know, I've got all of these aspects. It's good. Anyways, yeah, so we are gonna get this started. All you have to do to get started is make sure that everything is correct, and then just right click on the runic matrix with your wand. Bah! Look at it go! And you can see what it is draining right now. So it's draining some Ignis. There we go. Oh, and we can actually see it draining it too. Oh, yeah, it's like slurping that stuff up. Oh, look at that. It just took off the Salus Mundus there. Unfortunately for us, we just did not lose it, which is good. Let's keep this all on my hotbar in case it likes to shoot some more stuff off. There is ways of, you know, making it a little bit more stable. Unfortunately, I don't feel like doing it right now. There we go. As you can see, it started draining the items here, and it'll start draining the items in. That's different than it knocking it off, so you don't need to put another item down, which is always good. Boom, boom, boom. Here we go. And then you drain this, and I think that is like a texture bug, because it's really weird how it's doing it. And there we go! We have ourselves a Silverwood staff. Well, Silverwood rod. Basically, this acts as a wand core. I have to make some caps out of before I can put some more stuff on it and things like that. Yeah, so we are on our way to crafting ourselves a wonderful wand. Here we go. All we need, really, is maybe some gold caps. Maybe we'll go for some silver. I'm going to do a little bit of research, and I'll be right back. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. I did a little bit more research. We found ourselves some silver wand caps, which are equivalent to gold with a little bit more efficiency when using the 4 elements, which is pretty awesome. They're crafted pretty much the same way as well. You just use silver nuggets. And I also did some research on the Silverwood staff. We're basically going to require 2 Silverwood rods for that and a primal charm, which isn't too expensive. Well, it's pretty darn expensive. But I think we're going to go with a wand first, just because I want a wand that will stay charged for quite some time. That way I can do a lot of crafting, and as you can see over on the right-hand side there's a giant list of a bunch of different things that are just going down there. I had to make myself a bunch of different research points and things like that before I was able to get up there. So that's kind of what that is. Anyway, let's see. There we go. This is silver nuggets that I found off of silverfish. We're just gonna slap in our wand. Oh, there we go. One. Oh, we're not wearing our Thaumcraft gear. Nope, that's not it. There we go. There we go. Boosh. Okay. Now all we need is to craft this guy together. I think I might have put this wrong. Uh-oh. How do we make the Silverwood wand? Uh-oh. Crap? Oh no! Silverwood wand, blah blah blah. Okay, cool. How do I make? Uh-oh. I'll be right back. So, as it turns out, the silver caps, yeah, they are a lot more expensive than I expected. They require some Salus Mundus, 2 to be exact, in order to actually get them charged, which is a little annoying to say the least. So I think we're going to hold off on building the silver caps at least until we get a little bit more of a reliable source to get ourselves some Salus Mundus, unless I can... Nope, okay. If anything has an AV value, I can craft the crap out of it. But unfortunately, it does not have an AV value on the Salus Mundus. I'm just going to put a lot of this stuff away until I require it again. So I think what we're going to go with instead of all of that stuff is we are going to go with gold caps. Good old gold caps. They never steer me wrong. They are amazing. So, yeah, we're going to go with some nice gold caps until we get ourselves a little bit more stuff to make silver caps. Or maybe we'll move on to, like, thumb caps or something. I can't remember what they're called. Anyways, yeah, gold caps should work. Let's see if we can get this. Boosh! Oh yeah, but we're gonna need a lot more V, so I'll be right back. And we are back! Here we go! Crafto! Yeah, there we go. Gold banded silver wand. Boosh! Oh yeah. So let's compare the difference between the two. I think... Oh. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna go get some V into this one as well, and I'll be right back and we can compare the differences a little bit better. And we are back, ladies and gentlemen, once again. So here we go. We can see the difference is, oh, actually, we can't really see the difference because I don't have this thing full. Anyways, yeah, the difference is that this can hold about 50, I think the Thaumcraft book actually tells you. Yeah, it can hold up to 50 V, whereas the Silverwood can hold up to, that's not the right one, 100 V of each type, which is pretty awesome. It's also 95%, 95%, so actually I think that's because I have the goggles on. Yeah, there we go. Yep. As you get up there, though, the percentage of discount actually does go up depending on the wand, I think. So let's look up Silverwood. Not Silverwood, Silverwood. Yeah, so as you can see here, it's got an 85% discount. So I think that is based on the wand because of the Thaumcraft caps that you have. And we will eventually get there. It's just, for some odd reason, the Thaumcraft research thing is just not linked. It's saying that I'm missing required research. I think that's when you're supposed to use the inscribing table to actually do some research and have like a little bit of a mini game or something. We might do that sometime in the future. But for now, we're just gonna mess around with some other things. Yeah. Well, I'm gonna be right back. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. I just did a buttload more research. Holy crap, does things in this Thaumonomicon really like air. Holy crap, does it ever really tick me off. I've said really too many times. Now let's say it again. Really. Yeah, so, yeah, I just researched one recharge pedestal and the compound recharge focus. These two things basically will allow you to bring a bunch of nodes over to your base via the node in a jar. So you basically capture a node into a jar and it'll allow you to move it wherever you want. You bring the node over to your base, you slap it onto one of these compound recharge focuses, I think. No, you slap it around one of these recharge stations. So the wand recharge pedestal, you will place a compound recharge focus on top of it, in which basically just increases its ability to recharge your wand and stuff. And you just have a bunch of nodes around it, and your wand will automatically recharge once you slap it in the recharge pedestal. It'll, you know, suck up the V from the nodes around it, so you do want to have a rather large amount of nodes. When we go to do this, which will probably be in the next episode, because we are reaching the wrapping up point for this episode this evening. Yeah, we will have to do a little bit of infusion crafting. I might do it off camera, just for the sake of it, but I think it might be cool to just see a couple more infusions, and we're definitely going to get that set up next episode, and we might do a couple more things. I thought I should also mention that by the time that you guys see this episode, I will actually be on kind of like a vacation type thing. I'm out of the country for about like 2 weeks, but I've pre-recorded a good enough amount of videos for, you know, maybe a week if I stretch it properly. It's a little unfortunate, but I'm not going to be able to get back to my computer for those 2 weeks, so it's going to have to do. Yeah, so we have hit the wrapping up point for the episode this evening. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you had at least as much, half as much fun as I did watching this as I did playing it. Yep, and as always, I hope to see you guys in the next episode. And until then, bye!